blessings and the charm of a great leader, Preeti ma'am is now going towards another great right-brainer, Farah ma'am. She is truly a gem, as she's going to reveal how effortlessly she's been touching lives since her school days. That is her superpower. And I think I should stop here, invite her with her colorful slides, with her storytelling. All of us are going to have a real super matinee show. A show with a difference, a show with magic, a show with love, a show with inspiration for all of us. No more guesses of her brain design, of her disc profile, of her MBTI, because she has a story behind every graph. And what happened after this great magic? Let's hear from her. Over to you, Farah ma'am. Thank you so much for all your rehearsals, all your efforts. We salute you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sunny. A very good afternoon to everyone present here, and a warm welcome to all. So I'm starting my presentation. I hope I'm audible to everyone. Yes?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, please go ahead, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes. The greatest discovery in life for me is to be yourself. This is something I believe, and I live by this. We all are aware of the various benefits of gratitude, and these are some. And why am I beginning my session with gratitude? Gratitude is one of the most important virtues of my life. I have cultivated this habit of giving thanks to my Creator for all that He has showered on me, for all the good and also not so very good. And I do this innumerable times in a day by saying Alhamdulillah. That is, all praise be to Allah. Now, who am I? I am Farah, a loving daughter, a caring sister, a doting mother, an affectionate wife, a dutiful daughter-in-law, a friendly aunt, a devoted teacher, comforting counselor, ambitious entrepreneur, passionate learner, and a loyal friend. Farah is from the city of palaces, Mysore, and Farah means happiness. And I wish to proliferate happiness in all the roles that I play. But I always thought I was a black sheep among the white. I always wondered, why was I like this? Why was I not like others? You know, and I wish to be like others. The way I perceived things, the way I thought, the way I behaved, my perspective towards different events and situations were all very different from my surroundings. And I always thought I was a misfit. What did I know about, what I knew about myself before GBP? I knew that I was a good person. I am a good person. I love to work with images and colors, and I'm a visual learner. I value relationships, and I like to make others happy and comfortable. Strangers open up easily with me. I do a lot of introspection. I'm a short-tempered person. I have a lot of hesitations and doubts about my capabilities. I have put my hands into many things. I'm not smart with numbers, and I wish I was like others. Now let's get to know me a little more. I am unique, and this is my UID. I'm a right brainer, and these are my strengths. I'm emotional, creative, imaginative, intuitive, passionate, peace-loving, freedom-loving, flexible. I have a good long-term memory, and I am good at managing my resources. Let's understand me through my lobes. As you all can see, my blue bars are higher in comparison to my green bars. And this says that I am a right brainer. My left brain processing is moderate and my right brain processing is fast. So let's study myself through each lobe. Yes. My left prefrontal and my right prefrontal. My right prefrontal is higher than my left prefrontal. D3 and C3. I'm someone who connects with people. I make people very comfortable in my company. Managing people comes easy to me, and people also feel very comfortable in my company. I not only connect with them on the surface, but I also I always empathize with them. I kind of understand their emotions. I'm somebody who is very approachable for them. I can connect this with my stories in life as a teenager, very young, at a very young age in my class, in my school days. My friends would always come to me and pour out their heart to me. At that point of time, I was not skilled with the counseling skills, but I was a good listener. So I would listen to all their problems and I would give them solutions to whatever I thought was right. They would always call me a well or a pua. So this is how I started my counseling at a very young, early age. Coming back to my skills, I believe, yes, I like to believe that I am a good leader, and when given a responsibility, I lead and manage pretty well. I follow my gut. I'm somebody who always trusts my gut feeling. When I have to take decisions in life, I follow what my gut feeling, and I've become more confident in my decision making process after GBP when I got to know that I'm very intuitive. I'm also very enthusiastic, especially when it comes to learning something new. I am a hardcore learner, and I prefer to work solo. My left prefrontal who helps me to analyze things. I keep introspecting a lot. Whenever I have to take any decisions, I think a lot and then go ahead with it. Basically, I'm not a very inquisitive person, but yes, I am curious when it comes to learning. I prefer to learn, get to know how I can use this knowledge, where I can put it to use, and how does things work. I'm very curious when it comes to learning. Being a right brainer, I'm all about feelings, thoughts, and emotions. And being logical has always been a challenge for me. So numbers, finances, purchases are all not my cup of tea. I am somebody who does not execute a task unless I'm completely satisfied with it. But I have a lot of fears and doubts when it comes to my own capabilities. I have a lot of hesitation within me, and I keep oscillating. Should I ask? Should I not ask? Do I do it? Do I not do it? And all this comes because of my D3 in my left prefrontal. Moving ahead with my frontal, let's start with my left frontal. My left frontal and my right frontal are almost similar. In my left frontal, I am somebody who likes to plan. I plan things ahead. I like to work within a system. I'm quite organized that way. And I love solving problems of people. I kind of give solutions to people and have helped many, and it has worked for them as well as for me as well. I'm someone a person who connects with people. Like I said, I connect with people, so I value relationships a lot. And for one to value relationships, you need to have a lot of patience, which I do have, and which I have developed over a period of time. The story about which I will tell you all a little later. And yes, being a right brainer, my imagination is very good, and I'm extremely creative. I like to put creativity in whatever I do. I am also very persistent. I never give up easily, especially some things which interest me. Something what I like, I never give them up easily. Like I can give you all an example of GBP. When I started learning genetic brain profiling, I was really fascinated with the science of this, and it interested me a lot. I really enjoyed my Spark and my Ignite sessions. But when it came to execution, I was a little hesitant. I really did not know whether I could do it or not do it, but I did not give up. I went on learning about it more and more till I became a little more confident, and still I wish to continue the process of learning. My parietal lobes. In my graph, the least percentages are in my parietal lobe. I am basically a very, very active person. I do not like to sit by myself and waste time. I keep myself very busy. And I am not very good with my using of tools. I cannot use tools, and I'm not very good at it. My dexterity is pretty well, and I'm extremely fond of art and craft. Yes, and I have A11 in my parietal lobe. With this regard, I would like to share a story of needle and thread. Sounds interesting, isn't it? Okay. Needle and thread. As I told you all, I was always interested in arts and crafts, and I excelled in it too. My mother, who is a very creative person and very artistic, she always wanted me to do a lot of art, craft, and especially needlework. She tried her best to teach me needlework, but I used to always run away from needlework because I was not interested and I thought I was not good at it. So she helped me do all my needlework projects in school. So whenever I used to get a needlework project, I would give it to her, and she would do it so neatly that I would end up getting an A. She used to put the efforts and I would get the marks. But things changed after my 12th grade. I joined a fashion designing course where I had to finally catch the needle and the thread. So, but to my surprise, I started enjoying it. I really did well in it. I excelled in it. And finally, I got good grades on my own efforts. And today I do a lot of needlework and handwork, and it's one of my favorite hobbies, and I really enjoy it. This story explains that though my parietal lobes are the percentage of my parietal lobes are very less, because of my A11, I was able to learn this acquired skill. Moving ahead, for my temporal lobe. My right temporal lobe and my left temporal lobe have almost the same percentages. In my left temporal lobe, languages, I always had a flair for learning new languages. As a child, I used to love learning new languages. And today, as an adult, I can read, write, and speak fluently around 6 languages. I'm somebody who appreciates Urdu poetry, and I love quotations. I love to read about quotations, and I try to use it everywhere where I present myself. And I also enjoy lyrics. When I listen to music, I also lyrics add value to my listening. You know, it should be meaningful. And I also am good at recalling verbal conversations. I'm good with recalling verbal conversations, and my oratory skills are also quite good. So with this has helped me start my own center for English language development. It is the love for these languages that has helped me open this, and about which I will speak a little later too. On my right temporal, I love music. I appreciate good music. I know how to structure my words well. So I'm extremely good with storytelling. I am being a right brainer. I am a very emotional person and a very sensitive person also. I get attached to people very easily, and detachment is extremely painful for me. But the moment I find out some red signals, or I see the signs of things not going to work out, I kind of distance myself from those people. I do not disconnect with them. Mind you, I never disconnect or cut off people from my life. I kind of distance myself. The reason is not to punish them, but the reason is to protect myself, because I know to prevent myself from further agony and pain. I am extremely sensitive to sounds, and that explains me having a small x in my right temporal. I am very, very sensitive to sounds. And my X factor, I call this my X factor. I am somebody who is extremely sensitive to the pitch and the tone of voice tone. I prefer people talking to me in a proper tone. High tones and high pitches are triggers for me. If people are shouting and yelling and talking to me, it does not register to me, and it is a triggering factor for me. Thanks to my X, I would rather prefer people. If somebody comes and tells you, Farah, we love you, and if somebody comes and says, ma'am, may I kill you? So I would rather prefer the latter than the former. Sounds funny, but that's how I am. I cannot, I'm not comfortable with long conversations when people can go on talking for like hours, or long lectures. These are also my triggers. I'm not very comfortable when people give loose comments, belittling comments, or pass judgments on people. All these are my triggering factors, thanks to my X. Moving ahead, I am a people's person, but after some time, I like to get into my own space. I love my own space. Though I socialize, I mix up with people. After some time, I need my space. I like to be in my space for some time. And this could be because of two reasons. One, my ex in the right temporal, and it could also be because my the D3 in my left prefrontal. But I don't stay there for long. I bounce back to where I belong to. I come back to the people. So being a right brainer, I'm again back with people. Coming back to my occipital lobes, like my right prefrontal, my right occipital lobe is also the highest. And I am a visual person. I am a visual learner. If you want to teach me something, show me things and I will learn better. When somebody is explaining things to me, I kind of start visualizing it. My visual recall is also very good. Even when I'm planning something, if I have to plan some activities for my students at my center, I kind of visualize it before. I kind of visualize how they will enjoy it, how their happy faces. And if I have to plan a surprise party or an event for my family, I kind of visualize even that. Even when working on a project with my son, what will be the outcome? I can kind of visualize the outcome first. So for me, it's all about visualization. I am good with aesthetic sense. My aesthetic sense is pretty good. I love decorating my home and I love to work with colors. My color combinations are all good. And that explains why I could do really well when I did my fashion designing. I was really good at it. This was all thanks to my visualization, my imagination, and my creativity. I like to read books as well, but if it has pictures, it's an added advantage for me. So for me, it is all about presentation. I like to use my creativity and my visual skills. It may be my presentation and my teaching skills when I'm laying a table, when I'm baking, when I'm cooking. It's all about presentation for me. I like to give a visual treat to other people. I do not expect that in return. Let mind it. I appreciate it if it is, but I don't judge people because if they do not give a visual treat to me, but I like to present it that way. Now, with my lobes over, I'm grateful to have been blessed with these amazing lobes. Like I said, it's all about gratitude for me. I'm really thankful to the Creator that He has given me such amazing lobes that I'm able to connect with people. He's given me these amazing imaginative and creative skills. I'm grateful that He's given me this the never give up attitude where I can learn new skills. And thanks to the Creator that I'm able to appreciate the good things in life. Moving on to the personality, my personality is cognitive, and I balance it out pretty well with the integrative also. And as you can see, what is my cognitive personality? I am somebody who motivates, self-motivates. There are instances in my life where I have fallen apart many times, but I know how to pick myself up and motivate myself. I am somebody who's very good with emotions. Being a right brainer, it's all about emotions. So I know how to control my emotions, regulate my emotions, express my emotions, and not only of myself, but of others as well. I am, by nature, I am adamant. I am stubborn. And I think it adds value. It helps me connect with my emotional elements. It does somewhere, but being integrative also at the same time, it kinds of lets me give in at times, because I'm integrative also. I don't hold on to being adamant or being stubborn for long. For the sake of relationships, for the sake of peace, I most of the time give in. And I am somebody who loves my freedom. I neither like to be, I cannot be tied down. I don't like to be tied down. I neither like to be controlled, nor do I believe in controlling others. For me, the motto is live and let live. My integrating personality, like I said, my coordinating skills, my communication skills are very good. So I kind of like to keep people together. I like to keep everyone happy. So I kind of make efforts to do that. And I do help people in resolving their conflicts. And when I do that, I kind of try to see different perspectives, see both sides of an issue. I'm extremely good with multitasking, and this helps me save a lot of my time. Yes, there is a downside for my integrative personality also. I get easily distracted. I'm easily distracted, and I have a lot of doubts and fears about my own capabilities. I have a lot of hesitation, and this is thanks to my D3, and that's my integrative personality. A little peek into my personality as to who Farah is. I believe in gender equality. I do not say women are better than men or men are higher than women. No, I don't say anything of this, and neither am I a feminist. What I believe is, I dislike is when people stereotype genders. This is something which I do not like. I mean, when they say this is a man's job, a man cannot enter the kitchen, he cannot cook. A man should not cry, he cannot express. It's a woman should have more patience than a man. You know, these kind of things are something which does not go very well with me. I believe that a man and a woman should be given equal opportunities to grow, explore, experience, and express. I am a right brainer. So like I said, finances, money, not too good at it, but I kind of know to manage my resources pretty well. I'm good at managing of my resources. I use my resources effectively, efficiently, and economically. I am someone who believes in spending, but also saving. Two things important with money, with regard to money for me, are charity and gifting. I do a lot of charity because that's a part of me, and my religion teaches me to do most of it. And regarding gifting, I love giving gifts to people. And when I receive gifts in return, I am not at all calculative, or I do not judge people as to what they are gifting me and all that. For me, it's again about emotions, and it's the thought that matters for me again. And the most important part about my personality is my freedom. I am a very independent person, and freedom means is very, very crucial to me. I have a small story to share with this regard. I come from a well-to-do, educated Muslim family, and I was brought up in a very loving and a protected environment. My parents tried their best to give me the best they could, and they never differentiated. I'm the only daughter, and I have two brothers, and yet my parents never discriminated in terms of knowledge or education with my brothers and me. It was equal for all three of us. And but yes, I did have to compromise when it comes to a freedom. And I remember as a child, or as a teenager, I remember arguing with my mother and asking, when my younger brother can do it, why can't I do it? When he can go, why can't I go? You know. But after a certain age, my father encouraged me to learn to ride a two-wheeler and then a four-wheeler, and he kind of gave me some amount of freedom, and my brothers were very supportive for me in that way. And I did get my some share of freedom, which I was quite happy and satisfied with. But things changed after a few years when I got married and I came to Chennai. I came into a family which was equally loving and protective as my parents were. The environment was very similar. They were very caring and very affectionate. But yes, the environment here was a little more stricter, and this curbed my independence. And I was somebody at that point of time, I was craving for my independence. I was craving for making an identity for myself. You know, but they were very protected. They were, because I was new to Chennai, they did not want me to expose wanted me to expose outside. They thought I could not manage, or whatever reasons could be. But I, being a cognitive personality, I was finding that very difficult. I did not believe in fighting or rebelling for my freedom, but because I believe that freedom at the cost of ruining relationships and breaking bonds was not worth it. My integrative personality did not allow me to do that. So what I adopted was patience. And with patience and perseverance and hope that one day I will definitely get what I want. It may take some time or something longer, but I am sure I will. I was willing to lose small battles early to win wars later. So I kind of waited. And after some years, yes, I did get what I want. I did get my freedom, and I did make a mark for myself. I did get an identity of my own. And today I do enjoy the amount of the independence that I craved for, and the name that I've created for myself. So the lesson I learned here was freedom can be achieved with love, selfless service, and patience. What kept me going through my hard days was this important verse from the Quran, which says, Inna Allaha ma'as sabirin, which means indeed Allah is with the patient. I always believe this, that when you're patient, God is there. He is going to make some way for you. There has to be a right timing for things to happen, but it will happen. So patience always wins. I'm extremely grateful to have been blessed with such a personality where I can pick up myself when I fall. I'm grateful to the Creator that He's given me the most important virtue of patience and given me the wisdom that I value relationships and people. And I'm grateful that I got back what I wanted, my freedom and my identity. This is my smartness profile. Like the top three are picture smart, music smart, and people smart. Like you all can see, picture smart. Yes, like my right occipital is highest, so I'm very good with colors, imagination, and creativity. Music smart. Yes, I am somebody who can remember, pick up rhythm and music, and so memorize songs and poems very easily. I, in fact, being an emotional person, I connect music and emotion, so whenever I hear a music, I can connect it with an emotion, I can connect it with an individual, I can connect it with an event, time frame, or anything. So music, and smart, I'm very good with music. People smart, like yes, being a people oriented person, yes, I kind of understand the people's moods, temperaments, their needs, their desires pretty well. I make friends very easily, and it's very easy for me to converse with strangers also. So this is about my smartness profile. Moving ahead, my adult quotient and my genetic thing. Yes, introspective is the highest, followed by interactive, and in my genetic adult quotient, it's CQ followed by EQ and SQ. In my adult learning domains, I'm somebody who learns through introspection. I do a lot of thinking within my mind, which helps me regulate my emotions also. So whenever I have to learn something, I think a lot, I introspect. When I make a mistake also, I go back and I see as to where have I gone wrong, what is the fault, how I can rectify it the next time. So there's a lot of introspection happening in my mind when I learn, especially even if I have to share my knowledge, where can I share my knowledge, who can benefit from it, how can I make it more interesting. So there's a lot of introspection happening within my mind. Being a people's person, yes, I learn a lot through interaction. I feel through interaction is a powerful tool for learning, and I have learned the great lessons of my life through interaction. My CQ is very high. Like you'll know, I connect with people, and I have a lot of ideas. So I try to integrate those ideas along with the people's problems, and I try to try different approaches most of the time. And emotions, yes, like I said, emotions I understand, and I manage my emotions as well as the emotions of others also. So this helps me in building stronger and maintaining good relationships with people. SQ is also the next one followed. I am not somebody who is only connected to the creations of the creator, but I also connect with the creator as well. So I'm a strong believer in destiny. I have a lot of faith in the creator. I believe that whatever happens, happens for a reason, and there is a purpose behind it, and there is a right timing for things to happen. So, and I do not hold grudges against anybody. I just let it go. I don't hate anybody, and I like to believe nobody dislikes me either. Coming to my disc profiling, the highest here is influence. By now, you all know that I'm a people-oriented person. So connecting with people, I'm pretty approachable. I am flexible. I adapt in different natures. So people find it very easy to approach me. My students also, they kind of feel very comfortable with my company. They come to me with all kinds of problems. Counseling comes easy to me, and most of the time, I would like to share this with you all. As a teenager, even strangers, I've had experiences where strangers, when I meet for the first time while I'm traveling or anywhere, they start talking to me, they become friends, and they open up with all their problems. It's just in the first meeting this happens to me all the time. My friends always tease me, and after marriage, my husband, he always says like, probably you have a board written on your head which reads like, come, pour out your heart to me. And I used to wonder why does this happen to me, how could people just open up to me this easily. But only after GBP that I got to know, I was able to connect the dots and understand, okay, this is why all this is happening to me, so I can go back to it. So I feel truly blessed that I've been given this wisdom that people can just connect to me so easily. People always come and ask me, like, Farah, you are like this. We would like to become like this. How are you this way? So I think even asking me something like that is a big blessing for me when people question me like that, and I very humbly reply and tell them, I follow these two things: be yourself, always be yourself, and fill yourself with goodness. In life, we meet different kinds of people, both good and not so very good. So it's up to us to pick up the good qualities from others and fill it within ourselves. It could be anything. It could be the right attitude. It could be a skill. It could be the mannerisms, the way of talking. It could be anything. So I'm open to fill myself with goodness, and I think that has helped me so far. And my genetic brain profile disc subtraits are friendliness is the toppest. Is the most first one is friendliness at the top, and then followed by cooperative and patience. And coming to my Riasic model, it is enterprising, social, and conventional. I'm somebody who has a lot of ideas, and I always wanted to do something on my own. So that is when I started my own center, which I was talking about. It's called Learning Studio, and I believe that we human beings, whether it's children or adults, we learn something in a better manner when we are enjoying the process, when we are having fun. So that is how I started this concept of Learning Studio, where I teach children various concepts, but in a multidisciplinary, through multidisciplinary, through multisensory activities, through multi-sensory activities I use, because each of us are different learners and they should enjoy what they're learning. So that is how I came up with my enterprising thing you can talk about is the highest with my Learning Studio, and followed by social. Like, I'm a social person, so I like to connect with people. I like to teach, I like to motivate, I like to train. And the third is conventional. I am somebody who likes to plan things ahead and or do work in an organizing manner. I give value to excellence. I give a lot of value to excellence. I do not like to do things just for the heck of doing it, but it should be done. The whole process you should enjoy the process. So moving ahead, in my department preference Riasic model, my highest is the sales and marketing, followed by human resources and mentoring and training. Now, how do I learn best? So so these are the places where I did my education, my schools, my colleges, and my universities, my alma mater. I am an accelerated learner. Okay, I always thought I have put my hands in too many things. I am a visiting lecturer. I'm a visiting faculty at an academy where I teach psychology and teaching methodology because I enjoy teaching. I have my own center. I do mental health counseling and now GBP. So I've always felt like, oh, I have put myself into too many things. I'm donning too many hats, but I really wanted to. And but only after joining GVP, I realized, yes, I am an accelerated learner, so I can manage many things at a time. So that is not that is something I can do it. So I got the confidence of doing it, and my adaptiveness is like you can see, my adaptiveness is 31.53%. I am rigid at times, but I kind of put it across in a very in a manner which does not affect other people. I prefer to be rigid at times because it helps me work as a pillar of strength for others, and my rigidity and my assertiveness at times has worked for me as well. Coming back to my potential and adaptiveness, in primary, my adaptiveness is the highest because I needed help. My mother used to assist me in my studies. I needed a lot of hand holding till my 5th grade, especially in the subject math. And there was a complete dip in my potential and adaptiveness in my secondary. And after reaching the rock bottom, I think there's an increase in my potential and university and college. That is because in university, in college, I thoroughly enjoyed what I studied. I was extremely passionate about my subjects. I enjoyed my process of my BSc and my MSc. I really enjoyed it. And I was quite independent in it with a little guidance from my teachers. And this is my sensory learning preferences. I'm somebody who's, again, being pictorial, right occipital is strong, so my pictorial is high. And I am an intuitive and I'm an auditory person. Like, my listening skills are good. I like to learn in a quiet environment. Learning for me is reading out aloud, and I kind of register. That helps me register in my mind. And I like to learn through explaining, and that's why maybe I enjoy teaching also. And though my oral is high, and but my duration is very less. Like I said, I cannot listen to long lectures for a long period of time. Maybe that can work if it's combined with some reading and some pictures. Maybe that pictorial is high, so it may work for me. I am an intuitive learner. Yes. With this regard, I have another interesting story to say about myself. From childhood, I have been a good student, but when it came to math, That is something I dreaded. Being a right brainer, I was all about emotions and feelings and about humans. Numbers and logic never appealed to me. So I kind of struggled with maths for a long period of time. And after 10th standard, when I had to take up my 11th and 12th, I had to choose my streams. I wanted to take up the science stream. But unfortunately, in Karnataka, there was no pure science stream. So I had to take up maths along with science. There was no choice. I had to take physics, chemistry, maths, and biology. But somewhere down the line, my intuition was telling me that the road ahead is not smooth for you. You are going to struggle a lot. You're going to have a tough time. And I did. I did my 11th and 12th. I did have a tough time, all thanks to mathematics. I did have to struggle a lot, but finally I succeeded. I got through it, and I bid my final farewell to mathematics. Yes, in my subject wise, like you'll say, like you can see, high secondary subject preferences are science. I'm more interested in science, but biology, my interest is more, but the potential is less. You all can see my maths potential is also very low. And science, yes. My top three here are based on interest is biology, humanities, and commerce. In biology, like I said, like because I'm a right brainer, I like anything to do with people. So human physiology was very interesting for me. In humanities, sociology, history, culture, all this was very interesting for me. So this is about my preferences, subject preferences. And based on my subject preferences, my college majors were the highest is biological sciences. I have done my master's in human development, which is a multidisciplinary major in psychology, education, sociology, and biology. So I'm extremely grateful that I took this as my majors in my. I took up this in my college, and I thoroughly enjoyed the subject. I really enjoyed it, and I was extremely passionate for it. And I'm grateful that with this subjects I'm able to be. I was able to make a career today. My career, I'm able to make a career with my subjects. I'm extremely grateful to the creator for this. Alhamdulillah. And this coming to my genetic memory. Okay, well, my long-term and working memory is pretty good. And like you all can see, my memory is pretty good, and all green bars are high except for the body memory. Remember the parietal lobe there? So, but with rehearsal, it has improved, and it can improve. Again, I would like to share another small story here. As a child, I remember my father got me my first cycle, BSA champ. And I was very excited to learn cycling, but like I said, my body memory is a little weak. I need to work on it, so I did not get it easily. But my younger brother, who's 2 years younger to me, he just took to cycling with so much of ease. The very second day, third day, he started balancing. He removed the balancing wheels and he threw it, and he started balancing, and he was very good at it. It took a while for me to learn, but he was extremely good at it. So this was the case even when I started riding my two-wheelers or my four-wheelers. My brothers have been very, very patient with in dealing with me to teach me riding and driving. But over a period of time, with a lot of nurturing, with a lot of rehearsal, I have excelled in it today. And by God's grace, I can drive very comfortably on a highway also today. So what does this show? This shows that though we are genetically designed in a particular way, we have been genetically designed in a particular way, but with proper nurturing and rehearsals, we may not lose hope. There is light at the end of the tunnel. Coming to my thinking orientation, abstract random is the highest. I am somebody who learns best when I can associate things, or when I'm given a very personalized environment. I like to learn through discussions, through group discussions. I completely dislike competition. I feel competition kills the joy of learning. And for me, even in the process of learning, establishing relationships are very important. I expect the teacher to be very friendly, very accommodative, because again, I'm a right brainer. So I connect with feeling and emotion. So I want my teacher to be that way. And coming back to one more story of my life, is like I said, I always struggled with mathematics. But in grade 6, there was something interesting that happened with me. My teacher, my math teacher, who was also my class teacher, she observed the fact that I was good with other subjects and math was the only thing which was pulling me down. So she very fondly came to me and she told me, Farah, you should start liking the teacher first. Only then you like the subject. If you love your teacher, you will love the subject. And for me to love the teacher, she had to be very friendly, very accommodative, very approachable. So And so she was. So she worked very well with me, and to my surprise, I think that was the first and the last time in my life that I got 100 out of 100 in mathematics. So for me, relationships even matter when it comes to learning. Yes. And coming back to my brain indicators, I am an extrovert. Like you can see, I'm an extrovert. Being a right brainer, I connect with people. I am my processor is converging. I'm also very diplomatic. Input, I am very intuitive. Like I've told you, my intuitions are pretty strong, and I'm an intuitive learner. I'm all about feelings. For me, it's all about feelings. And perceptive, yes, I like to lead, I like to influence, I like to keep people together and move ahead. And yes, I am adamant. And when it comes to learning something, when it comes to not giving up, yes, I am adamant with that. Finally, my gratitude check. I'm blessed with, I'm very, very grateful to my creator that he's blessed me with great teachers. And I'm an accelerated learner, with which I was able to achieve a lot. I was able to make a career from the subject that I studied. I was passionate, and I was very early in my life. I was able to, my intuition helped me see the red flags in my life and guided me. And thanks to my strong memory, I learned from my mistakes and through introspection. And being effective in my parietal lobe has helped me learn a lot of other new skills in my life. In the end, I would like to conclude this with a small story of false belief. Most of us have heard the story of the elephant rope belief, where the elephant, when it's a small, it is tied to the small rope, and as he grows older also, he is still tied to the small rope. He is conditioned. When somebody sees the elephant, such a huge animal tied to the small rope, and they ask the trainer, why is it like that? He says that from a young age, they have been conditioned to believe that they cannot break away. They believe that the rope can still hold them. So I would connect this with my own self as well. I also have a lot of false beliefs about myself. Like in my childhood, I was pretty shy, pretty timid. Yes, I was not an outgoing person. I was very shy and timid. Even if my classmates today, when you ask, they say, oh, Farah was a very quiet girl, very shy, very timid. I was not at all confident. Now going back and connecting myself, I feel I do have a lot of hesitation. There is something holding on to me still. All this I came to know only after genetic brain profiling, and I really wish I had genetic brain profiling in my younger days. But better late than never. I'm grateful that I've been introduced to something so beautiful now, that I can help others, help my students, other children, other people, not suffer in that false belief like what I went through in my life. What did I get to know after GBP? I'm a good person. No, I'm presently the best version of myself now. Images and colors, I'm good at it. It is all thanks to my right occipital, which is very strong. I value relationships because I'm a right brainer. Strangers open up easily with me because I can influence people. I do a lot of introspection, but that's how I learn. I'm short-tempered person. No, I'm not. I get triggered only when there's high tones and pitches. I have a lot of hesitation and doubts about my capabilities. Yes, this is because of my moderate in my left brain processing. I have put my hands into many things. I always have complained to myself, why am I doing so many things? But now I know I can do it is because I'm an accelerated learner. I'm smart with numbers. I'm not smart with numbers. It's okay. I'm smart with people. I wish I was like others, but I'm happy that I'm unique now. I no longer consider myself as a black sheep among the white. Yes, I am different, and I'm proud to be one. And I would like to conclude this session again with lots of gratitude. First, to my creator for blessing me with the infinite blessings that he has showered on me. My parents, siblings, family, husband, and my son, and my friends who are always there for me, who love me unconditionally, who support me, who are there for me during my good and bad times, and who have accepted me with all my flaws. My teachers, mentors, and students for guiding me with everything, my knowledge, and sharing their knowledge with me. Whatever I am today, I owe it to them. Ratinasamy sir for introducing me to this fascinating world of beautiful world of the science of genetic brain profiling. I mean, and for reintroducing myself to me. I have a new perspective of seeing my own self now. And for patiently bearing with this right brainer who took her own sweet time to present herself of her version of 2.0 self-discovery. My mentor, Sunny Ji, who saw something much beyond me, and he was like, for believing in me, for pushing me, for motivating me, for encouraging me, for hearing out to me, for taking out his precious time and listening to me, and making corrections in my PPT and all of that, for pushing me. I would always say, for always being there for me. Suresh, yes, I'm technically very, very bad being a right brainer. Suresh helped me and guided me at each step, whether it was anything to do with technology or anything. He was there at the call, at the back of the call. Thank you so much, Suresh, and the entire MiDNA family for inspiring me silently through all those WhatsApp messages and encouragements. Whenever I used to read the messages from other people and all of it was very inspiring. I do not know them personally, but somewhere I would like to thank them for inspiring me silently. And last but not the least, I would like to thank all the beautiful people in my life who have made my life such a beautiful journey and who have touched my life. At the end, I would conclude by saying, Alhamdulillah, all praise belongs to Allah. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Sunny, are you there? Okay, so thank you, Farah. Really, I always wonder how much uniqueness.
Sir, I enjoyed the understanding, the power, the magic. Yes. Yeah, I'll talk to you. I'll talk after you, sir.
Okay. Okay. So that's very interesting, and every Sunday a new dish. Okay, no repetition. I think it can happen only with genetic brain profiling self-discovery. Anything else you do in the planet, it would be somebody who must have already, done through or given through same thing, maybe be reverberating. But when it comes to genetic brain profiling self-discovery, I think 100% brand new, unique, and totally unadulterated. Really, really very interesting. And every week we come across one new type of, giving the self-discovery. Here, the person's uniqueness itself is a great one, and the way that the sessions are being conducted by the individuals is another, very never boring. I don't know how some of our family members are getting bored with the self-discovery sessions, but to me, every self-discovery session is a great learning process, and you see the totally different, process of the total presentation. Like a right brainer, you did a very interesting, sequencing of information in a different way. We must have seen some of the left brainers just starting from the first graph and gradually going and summarizing. And I could see here today the graphs and the data were put in such a way that I can't expect that the next graph is going to be this. So very interesting, the storytelling point of view. And I think the whole session is only about gratitude. I could not really figure out anything other than you being very grateful to whatever has happened in your life. And I think a great performance experience learning. I must say, a very interesting learning for me is the introspection graph being strong for you. Most of the time, the right brainers would be having strong interactive domain stronger. First time I'm seeing somebody with a introspection being a right brain. Generally, it does not happen because introspection is a combination of cosmic smart, self smart, and the visual smart. First time I'm seeing one presentation where, because of the visual smart being very strong, somebody's introspection of the domain is very, very nice or very, prominently strong. I think I would say today's my take home message is, if your picture smart is very strong, then you tend to see the outcome of people, their performances, their interactions, and then you learn from it. So visualization is not about just visualizing a situation. it is about visualizing what would be the outcome for certain type of initiation somebody is making. So I think today I could very well connect with how the visual smart becomes a part of the introspection, because the image that you have put in for the introspection is having yourself seen in others. Okay, yeah, you see yourself in others, and I think that's a great introspecting ability. Rather than something happens to you and then you learn from your experience. That I would say that's a painful way of learning. But you see somebody doing it and you see the outcome of that doing and you learn from it. I think that's a wonderful message I could take from your session today. And yes, because of your right brainer, you need a Sunny and you need a Suresh, and maybe you need a Ratnasamy to get into the right slot. Otherwise, your performances get delayed, and I think you, as you rightly thanked, you need to have somebody who is always pushing you and reminding you of your times, and you have to do it this week. It is too late. Yeah, initially it would look like little bit of irritation. So we know now, if we text you, you will be more pleasant than calling you and asking, Farah, what are you not doing it? Because you are learning from the pitch and the tone and rhythm is so sharp and so sensitive. I think visual messages, just an emoticon will do a much better, pushing you rather than any telephone calls. So we will avoid telephone calls. We will communicate through WhatsApp and images and emoticons. That should inspire you and motivate you much better. Thank you once again.
Thank
And
you.
I really believe right brainers can take genetic brain profiling to the globe. The left brainers will not be able to take it across the globe. I'm sure about it. Okay, so thanks to those right brainers in the family, in the network, I'm sure they will silently perform the magical tool reaching to the globe, and left brainers just need to generate the report and give it to the right brainers, and the magic of spreading throughout the globe can be very easily done by the right brainers, and only with the with the left brain and right brain together in tandem, I think bigger miracles and magics can be done, with genetic brain profiling. That's my take-home message. Yes, yeah, I think audience, please share
Yeah,
your
we
thoughts.
can invite one by one. I think we'll start with Ravi sir, Bhuvna ma'am. Ravi sir, please, your blessings quickly.
Every time you are giving me a chance.
See,
Get it.
the smile is because of
Yeah.
Farah ma'am.
Yes, it's good. Wonderful, Farah madam. I think my batchmate now in this MiDNA learning. I was thinking she must be from Faridabad or something at that area. I think you are in Chennai, madam.
Yes, I am.
That's great. That's great. So fine that I think somehow when you said Mysore and in Chennai, I got connected, and very active stage of my college life. I was there in RI Mysore for about 4 years. Then settled in Chennai. So that, and also you are my MiDNA AVP batchmate. So very interesting and inspiration that you have done your 2.0 very quickly, and it's we need to do that also. It's excellent. It was nice listening, and as Ratnasamy sir was telling that that your introspection, that the picture was so good, self-explanatory, highly motivating, and again encouraging that right brainers can take this forward. Definitely, we'll all have to do something. And by seeing this, there are many in Chennai. Many MiDNA family members are there, so we may have to start a big group and something actively. We should connect with the schools and all that. And that's what I am looking at. Very nice, madam. It's very interesting.
We can have one MiDNA nest in Chennai itself.
Sure. Great.
You giving us 1,000 members, families, schools, colleges.
Definitely.
Thank you,
is
sir.
there. We can take it forward. We will take it.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Hardika ma'am, today's session in one word.
Hi. Good evening, all. Farah ma'am, really, I mean, after very long, I'm attending this Sunday session, and it was awesome. And I'm actually motivated to move ahead now. So thank you so much for that, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because the Chennai gang is really growing, and I totally agree to Ravi sir. We are going to rock it very soon for this. Surely we are going to rock it. I think it's going to be a give back to Ratnaswamy sir and MiDNA family for what they have done for us. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Yes, Bhuvna ma'am, go ahead.
Hi, Farah. Hi, Farah.
Hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
So nice to hear that you're from Chennai. Before I say anything further, I just wanted to heave a big sigh. Your super speed, supersonic presentation. It was so fast, and you finished it bang on in 45 minutes. And you covered every aspect of your brain, every aspect of your report, and it was so well covered, so fantastically well presented.
Thank you.
Very, very nice visuals, beautiful presentation. You're a wonderful storyteller, and you kept us in grips. In spite of so much of information, you didn't let us lose our, our concentration on what you're speaking. So
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you had it all in you, and it was a wonderful presentation. Just one question: where do you stay in Chennai?
Ananagar, ma'am.
Secret.
Okay.
I let it out.
Okay.
So that is the power of a great teacher. Being,
Yeah.
visual, auditory, music smart and all.
Yeah. I've been telling Ravi sir ever since that we should all meet together, Chennai chapter. Of course, I didn't, that time I didn't think of Farah, but we are quite a few of us, and I wish I'd known you before. I would have invited you for my book launch, where we try to have a mini GBP counselors all together. And anyway,
maybe next time. Sure.
So now everyone is coming to Coimbatore for the next celebrations. So I've got a promise from everyone. So thank you, Bhuvna ma'am. Thank you,
Thank you.
Farah, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
So I go to Priya ma'am now for her magical blessings for this right brainer.
Hello, everyone. A very good evening. Yeah, I actually missed the session in between because I had a guest at my place. But then the moment they left, I was, keen to join back because I enjoyed the session, the way she began. And I remember her self-discovery 1.0 also, where she was very fast, again, as Bhuvna ma'am said, and very fast, but then not that she was cutting short the information. All the information was given in a very good pace. So congratulations, Farah. Good to see you, and good to see the Chennai team growing so well.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Congratulations. It was a wonderful session. We all enjoyed it a lot.
Thank you very much.
All the best.
What is one takeaway, family, from the whole presentation? Was it gratitude or the power of teaching, learning, using visuals? Who's coming next? Ugulindi sir, Prabha ma'am. Yeah, Rekha ma'am is here. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, Sunny sir. Good afternoon, Ratnaswamy sir. And hi, Farah. It was very, very nice visual treat for me, full of gratitude. How, the creator has connected you to so many people and how you are impacting the world. I really loved it. You are an inspiration to me. And thank you, Ratnaswamy sir, for, molding us, nurturing us this way. It's really great. You are making all Sundays
This is
very
another
beautiful. Right brain. Thank you, Sunny sir.
Rekha ji is another influencer. That is why this heart pours out,
Thank you, Sunny sir. It's because of your, nurturing us. It is helping us to grow in this. Thank you. Thank you for this
your
learning.
fans.
Thank
we
you.
are your fans.
Same here. we are your fans as well. Thank you so much for this blessing. Thank you.
Shumal ma'am is Shumal ma'am is writing confidence and gratitude. We would love to hear her voice. It's long time we heard her. Shumalji? Okay, great. She has put in the chat box, Sunny relax. You will get a chance. I will bless you separately. So my time to thank you. My time to tell you that, like sirs, Prabha ma'am, go ahead.
I'll just take 1 minute, not even 1 minute, I would say. This is like
100 seconds gratitude.
gratitude to all of you. This has been a very pleasant and memorable evening for me. And congratulations, Farah. You are there on the Hall of Fame, inspiring us. And I think in the days to come, we will also look forward to being a part of that Hall of Fame. Thank you so much, Sunny ji. I think
Thank you so much.
I'm just looking forward to a great journey with you all. Thank you so much, Farah. All the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Who should I clap for?
Thank you, Sunny ji.
No, I should thank you. I should clap for you or Farah ma'am. You tell me. I'm super happy, super charged because Almighty is balancing our brains like this, bringing in the right brainers, the charm, the lessons, the teaching. We bow down the technology left brainers, speed, material left brainers. So we have a good time when you express so much of gratitude, when you express so much of power of relationships. Yes, sir says balance, balance, balance. And I got scolding from sir once. Why don't you partner with Farah ma'am and do some project? So that increased my commitment of, sitting with you for the slides. And trust me, it was a learning for me. Though I was bombarding, this is not right, that is not right, this slide should not be like
That's
this.
perfectly fine. It's learning for me.
But you are magical. And I know right brainers are sweet. They don't mind teacher coming late. But left brainer, they will not tolerate. Oh God, why are you late? What is this? You forgot? You forgot the meeting? So that is the magical element right brainer brings. They are human, they are humble, they always think the other side.
I think Sunny is getting healed with Ardika and Farah and Rekha and Prabha. I think a lot of you are getting mentored, Sunny.
Correct. No fees, free.
Yes. Yes, that's nice. Okay, so I think with this we'll conclude today's session. Very nice. Let us meet next week. Another one more new movie getting released. Generally on Fridays. For us, it is on Sundays. So let us preview live sessions on Sundays self-discovery. Thank you everyone for being there today. Thank you for your time and thank you for the new learning that we have got from Farah.